Abusia nyame atete Shatta Wale moto. Yes, African dancehall king Shatta Wale. Nyame atete wo moto die bu odin. Na woni bibi. Before say ye beko Efia wodo any Shatta Wale ensem so no. Mesramo. Yen start ensem no emfiri ni say dwumade aye 3 in 1 news. Abusia yen tie de ekoso ka say ye wi a ye beto so awo Shatta any Efia wodo. Aside.
If you chance on this video, me pacho maninya wasim here. This is a wake-up call for parents, foster parents, guardians, elder siblings, and anybody at all who has children in their care. Let me begin by telling you something that happened in my house. I live in an apartment I live in a house that has 4 apartments. Now, mimi baby amewono, my apartment faces one other apartment opposite ways like that. There's this guy in the apartment, Debia or the Mafu Frobaho. So in my mind, because I see different women, in my mind I have already tagged him as a womanizer. And to me, the meaning say man day or no more to say garini gasok and as a kokoni brodo. And to me because I don't have that thing with him, I'm not able to speak to him about how I feel. And it will be like a crown so I just have to keep my thoughts in my mind and keep going minding my business. Now on the sideline is this young guy, about 12 or 13-year-old boy, who has been constantly coming to the house to look for the guy. Or betuna fine that one betuna because our apartments are facing each other. Or baba be medium. No, be some say, let's name the guy Isaac. Me patcho me hear bra Isaac. Now maybe say open the only ho ebi open you na mama you. Sometimes he's wild enough to ask me for money. Usually be some for 12 cedis. I don't know what he uses that money for, but because he's a child and I feel from the way he looks that he's really in need, I give him the money. I don't want to do part 2. Intina make us make us intentem. Now I give him the money, he goes. One Saturday I was in the house when he came. Last Saturday. So by now me will feel no be boom no see or Isaac. Let's name him Isaac like I said. And I may say Isaac in ho. But now I have run out of water. They were not filling my polytank came to me say Uncle Science you umbreme. While he was doing the fetchy water na mama na maybe say why is it that every time be obafi habia you come to look for Isaac? Isaac is the one that takes care of him. Ono no sheno. Ono no man is kako eto books. Ono no man bibia. Ono krampo sama is kato edru. And I'm say he fa na ye wo ya. He fa na wo yare Isaac ma ozi kato edru. And I see aya o man 12 cedis ni obeji wo me ho ni bi no. O man 12 cedis no de koto cream e de ye ne to. And I'm say what is wrong with Otoa? Isaac ma osika e de koto then the boy started telling me things. He did it once. And then he told me that he would take care of me. So he has been providing this and he providing that. Part 2 up. I'm sorry I had to do this.
13 years boy. Achile sabusunya onimshi abrantiano atimi ada wunya edi 12 cedis efa ni turum. Achile saboy nso nimshi nti abusuyan ohun say 12 cedis no ene chile se eno ma kakra boy no yedema no eye enough abusuyan eye nsempi otiwa na wahwe obabiye abusuyan yentoa so ewo ha sei.
Parliament did a hearing on the anti-LGBTI bill, so they adopted the report. The bill hasn't been passed yet. But unfortunately, the bill abuses human rights. We have to understand that LGBTI is a community. They are also human beings. And for Amnesty International, we believe everyone deserves to have a right, so far as they are not harming anyone. Now, the bill currently criminalizes anyone up to 3 years or up to 5 years if you are even an ally of the LGBTI community. Yes, up to 3 years. So basically it means if you promote or support the LGBTI community, you'll be prosecuted and you can go to jail. I don't think that means it can include academics, it can include you, me, anybody that supports the LGBTI community. Now we have to understand that we need to be empathetic as a people of Ghana. Different people live amongst us, age, religion. They are Muslims, they are Christians, they are men and women, but there are also people who live within this community. LGBTI, and they are a vulnerable group because they have been singled out. I don't think it's right for anyone to make a law that singles out one particular group and criminalizes what they do. We have to understand that so far as they are not hurting anyone, it's against our constitution of Ghana to criminalize them. So I plead on the public to please get a copy of the amendment, because it's available, and read carefully the details. You know, the parliamentarians will tell you otherwise, that the bill in its current state is good, they have reviewed it, but it is not good. So for Amnesty International, the way forward is the bill should be thrown out completely. It shouldn't even exist.
Only maybe the tennis says so far, Oko Ghana Parliament, ya dear say, sa LGBTQ bill ya, Omaka wasa modiba, na some deba we are. Who baby heavy say we again, ni lesbian, no by your star be the bejelu, ya bet you, ya bebo cano. Abusia, finally, star bill no a yabem. And actually, still, we was see on penny because or no dear, or more years again, lesbian, no, almost so right into all. Edi amagomo abusia yentia no ye wiya ye bekwa kwhwe Shatta Wale e wo saa show yi eso yentie ababa we.
But because of democracy is good. We have to discuss. So I was happy that yesterday there was a discussion, although I must admit I was disappointed in some of the parliamentarians for making the discussion a personal attack rather than an objective debate. I think let's be respectful. Honorable Ursula Owusu Ekofu, she was amazing. She gave very valid points. I thank her for that. But I feel her fellow MPs did not do well in personally attacking her. I think we should restrain from those kind of personal attacks. Let's have a healthy debate. There's no right or wrong. We can definitely talk about it. And it's a democracy. Ghana, we need to vote at the end of the day. Parliament will vote on the bill and hopefully they'll vote against it. Okay, that if you say our culture doesn't subscribe to it, but they do exist. They live amongst us. We have brothers, sisters, cousins. We have family members, friends who are part of the LGBTI community. There's no denying that.
Na say ye ka so mo kan ya ho dia ene say akromfo nyina mo kan ya ho say omo ye bone nyina say no omo anete but at the end no okoye bone no na echiwa ye be punish you saa na abusia ye no omo de tina say okojimi okofa uturu mu e be punish you adenti na oteko na okofa uturum abusia yenhwe de ekwe.
I think it's okay if you're a Christian or Muslim or it's something you don't believe in. It doesn't mean you need to promote or support it. I think going a step further to criminalize it is the problem. And that bill criminalizes it. That means you will go to jail. You will serve time. Already we're trying to decongest our prisons. And then we're adding this onto it. I don't think it's right. And there are other things in the bill. Something about cross-dressing. Today I'm wearing jeans and sneakers. Would I be cross-dressing because of that? What do you define as cross-dressing? It's very, very vague. Anybody can be a cross-dresser, really. And who said a skirt is necessarily for women? Because the Scottish people wear kilts. So who defined that? It's
I say yes Scottish for other girl who afa bibi wo former Diana. Who can also Scottish for wear skirt. Sana obia when amamre, obia when amamre. It doesn't mean say chinchina yenko for obia amamre and fambe yamamre. What I say just because they are doing it. Abusian
society. Yeah, by Ghanaian context, what do you define as cross-dressing? It is not specific in the bill. So that means everybody is targeted basically.
What's the emotional tone of the LGBT community now?
I'm sure they are very sad, disappointed that Ghanaians are pushing for this. Again, they are sitting in their corner. They've not asked for marriage rights. They've not asked for anything. So why is it that we've decided to get a bill and attack their community? I see it as an attack. And I feel let's be more empathetic. Let's live in harmony. We are already a nation that has Christians, Muslims, and different people living amongst us. So I believe that let's continue to live in harmony. I may not agree with your beliefs. I may not agree with some of the things you do, but that doesn't mean I should criminalize you and take you to jail for it. Do you understand? So far as you are not harming anybody.
abusuya ensem bebreu abusuya na chese nipa de seneti mi atena asesa asemu njame na mindi mitunu na asemu ma me kwan na mindi mitunu abusuya yamfri omu de yesu search na say LGBTQ for fighting say yam omu kwan na omu ndu omu tunu mu no Shatta Wale nso e de aba say wono oye both tunumu osanso ne emada wono ose oye bisexual ye kase obi aye bisexual otimi ne bema da otimi fa bema turum and asa bema timi fa ne turum otimi ne wo ba nso da atiase yes it means say onya bema wone ne beda onya wo ba wone ne beda enti sa nipa no wone ne koda na wo ye bema wone ne koda dan ba akumu na wo ye bema men kasa me ye bema enti ade be chi no repu and asa ade be chi na wa wew enti Shatta say oye saafo ni bi yes LGBTQ wa hu nsama ba so far abusunya ye pass bill ajeli jeli omo no Shatta say oye bi o say oye bisexual na wonim wo be kan sansam no na Efia wodo aba comment ye e wo ho say Ghana foi mo hu asem wa meka kira mu na mo njinde no mo hu asem wa meka kira mu amudi michim no sa meka say Shatta Wale eye gay ofo ni turu mu no won sa meka ya mo anjimendi ena ana da kwa Shatta nkasa de aba abonten se adwuma sei ni adwuma sei na woye ene abusuya Efia odon so aka na adwu na onim se na koye ye application bi aba so far de abusuya konom ana chese abusuya squad ni nyina kwa kogu awo chese omu post atwete eya hwa de ade na sub application ni din ade se trade you said den abusuya a chese trend pa konom ena Shatta ekoda sansem we adi sa application so ena Shatta koda sansem we adi application no at set Twitter na say dey see work no e work to set Twitter na e social media ena Shatta be kan do konum say please for this place I am bisexual yes abusuyan Shatta Wale say sa social media platform ni so oye bisexual but asam no kure okwo ni say enye sa social media ne so nkwa na Shatta aye bisexual na emum according to Efia odono o say aye ade say Shatta aye sa de no chese baabia o say chese o ye bisexual gidigidi Efia odon so ebe reply Shatta say after say obeda sansem we adi na Efia odon so ebe repost to ye actually honom say you see what I told you people I know the question mark here then e buy o say Ghana foi mo na asem wa me ka kire mu no say Shatta eye gay o fa di tunumu o mo fa di tunumu no mo hu say e na da ho no abusuyan just according to Efia wodo enti so far there abusuyan Shatta Wale we ene de wa ba ka hu a kire say so far omo ye sa de ne so no ana ho nsam ebobo ba sa abusuyan ye do mu nyina ekogu abankukumu no asai ayi amazing TV so far the abusuya we ene de etwa egu a me ma waso atibie ma me fa wo ensi ahase yai